What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
Just shut the fuck up.
Also interesting to remember, it's illegal to possess
Just shut the fuck up.
these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
Just shut the
Undermines
fuck
the
up.
messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Just shut the fuck up.
As we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Just shut the
Being
fuck
able to
up.
exercise their fundamental rights.
Jobs of the past are just not going to come back. And when somebody says that he's going to bring all these jobs back, well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, what magic wand do you have? How exactly?
Van Jones at CNN.
If I'm elected president, we're going to cure cancer.
He shit his pants again.
Allegedly.
Did you see the video?
I saw the video.
It looked pretty bad.
It looked like a Thomas shit himself, but you know.
It looked pretty bad.
Welcome back to Sanctimonious American Men.
Hello.
Hola, amigos. Still going for that illegal market. Today is Tuesday, May 7th. It's about 9 o'clock p.m. on the Eastern Standard Time in the United States.
Getting a late start.
With me, as always, is Saintly Brandon. I'm Saintly Barnes. We're back to talk some shit and make up some fake news. The finest.
The finest, the best of the
finest
best.
fake news.
Creme de la creme.
Right, the creme de la creme fake news.
People trying to bribe us to go off air. We only got 46 followers.
People against First Amendment out there, those pro-war types, you know.
Pro-war types. I love
What are
that.
they voting for? They're voting for more war.
Right. They don't like hearing that.
You can have all the virtue signaling in the world and all the good intentions, but you're going to drop bombs at the end of the day.
Yeah, as long as it's the Democrats doing it, let's drop some bombs.
It's got a peace symbol on it. Big
Yeah, because without that, then things will be different.
symbol. Oh, the fucking war. I guess we're going right into the war.
Well, we can hold off on that. I was just, getting a little something off my chest. That's all, and that's it. People trying to silence us. Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
Trying to bribe us. It's like we
Bribe us.
got 46 followers. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Just-
Come on,
I
man.
just talk to you like your fearless leader. Come on, man.
Exactly. We can get into the war this week. I saw some shit that was interesting.
Is that where we're starting?
Let's go right in there.
Starting with
I got a few interesting things to say about it I saw this week. So in Moscow, they had a display of NATO weapons they've captured.
okay.
You would never see this in this fucking country ever. It was so. Either way, they did it right. So it was just I thought it was absurd, right?
Was it
But
like a parade or something, or
a display? So they had 6 Abrams, right? We gave them
Uh-huh.
31. They got 6 of them, and it's
Oh
pretty
my
shocking,
God.
like to see how little. Just how effective these fucking weapons are. I guess we must have the same thing, but it's a little hole. Looks like a bullet hole. Blows out the whole fucking tank, though. That's with the ones done with conventional weapons. A bunch of the other ones were done with drones.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had a bunch of NATO stuff out there, and they had them on kind of like a carnival. They were selling shit. You go around,
Oh my God.
and there's a person there that tells you what the weapons
Like,
are.
these are UN weapons. Hey, come and get them cheap.
They tell you what's in them, and then
And they got them from Ukraine and brought them into
they brought
Moscow.
them to Moscow, and
And we're like,
they
well, now we
analyzed them.
resell, make $1.
Yeah, and they kind of like they're. I have to take people.
Is it the guy doing it that we got for Brittany Griner? Is that guy in there doing that?
Merchant of Death.
The
I don't know.
Merchant of Death, fucking making this deal.
He's probably selling Hamas weapons or something.
Yeah, it's good we got her back though.
I know. Her.
Oh, I can't say that, can I?
I don't know. I don't have
It-
any. I don't really have any pronouns right now.
You haven't farted in a while, huh?
No, I did, but it was just
Squeaker.
silent, and
Silent and deadly.
Anyway,
My pronouns are silent and deadly.
so they had them on display, and I just thought it was interesting. You would never see that in this country. Like we would never bring back tanks from somewhere else or
Right. From
Yeah.
where?
Iraq or whatever, and just put them in Moscow, DC, and show them.
Mm.
But it was interesting nonetheless. And like the one thing that they were talking about is like these polymers that we have. They got I don't know who the guy is out there. He must be. I'm assuming he was an officer. I don't know, but they have a person with each display, right, telling you what they learned from it, what it is.
Okay.
And the presentation is very like. I had to take a translation for this, right? But there were 2 Americans in the crowd that were talking to the reporter. And it wasn't presented like this. I mean, it was, but in the demonstration, I guess you could say, or the presentation, it was just all very technical. And they were like, "Yeah, we don't know what this is. We're gonna learn. No, we're gonna figure it out." I'm like, "How? They're just gonna tell people like they don't know?" Our government would never do that. Like they would never say, "We got this thing. We don't know what it is, but these guys made it, and we're gonna figure it out."
Yeah, they'd be cracking it apart and looking at it.
Well, they are cracking it apart. They said they're constantly analyzing it, but just the part that they were so open that they didn't know what it was made out of struck me. I'm like, they wouldn't even address that. They would just skip over that. They would just glaze over it and just let you assume that's made out of steel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting. Another thing I saw, and this was kind of heartbreaking. I saw them first on Redacted, and then I decided to go look for them. There are these Ukrainian soldier videos.
Okay.
Did you see those?
No.
So, like, there's one, and this kid is so baby-faced, right? And he's telling his mom he loves her, and that they made a mistake, and that he's sorry that he lied to her, but he doesn't think he's coming back. He was saying that most of the people in his unit or whatever were dead. They got hit pretty hard the night before.
Really?
Yeah, it was just heartbreaking. And he was like, out here we don't have any control. We're not in control of anything. We're told what to do, and that's that. And he was, again, I had to take people's translations for this.
Right. Could be saying something completely different.
Could be saying, but the facial expressions kind of match the words. But he could be saying something completely different.
Well, they're saying like over 600,000 dead.
Now it's over 600,000. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because
that's confirmed by Ukraine.
Yeah. There's probably could be more.
Could be more.
Mm-hmm. And all because we got good business going on.
Well, they want to fight Russia. They want to get Russia into
a lot of good business.
That's why Hillary Clinton was talking about war of Russia in fucking 2015.
So what we're talking about all this time is gentrification of the world.
Remember, Trump's going to start World War III, Brandon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I know.
Biden ran to avoid war with Iran.
Yeah. Yep.
Another thing I heard interesting this week. There was no way for me to verify. This is all hearsay. What I'm about to say. So I got a friend up in Quabac City, and he's in the shortwave radio. And there's like a whole community of those people. I'm not part of that community. Somebody listening knows a little bit more about this. And he was telling me that Mendev, you know who he is, right?
No.
He's the guy that's not Putin.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
So
the guy that's not Putin.
He talked about nuclear war this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that, that they're willing to strike us here over something going on in Ukraine, right? Well, a couple of days after that, I talked to Sebastian, and he was like, the Russian woodpeckers are back online. I'm like, what the fuck is that, right? And he was saying that, they're not in Russia, some of these places, right? Because they're in former Soviet states. So the woodpecker, I didn't know this going into it, but they're called the Droga system, right? And it's an early warning missile detection system, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're called the woodpecker because of the signal they put out. It's like
there's clicks. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a
the old telegraph.
Kinda, or those those what are they called? Stations. I can't remember. Anyway, so this is a radar detection thing that messes with shortwave, right?
Mm-hmm.
That normally wouldn't, right? Unless it was like actively scanning the sky. But the thing about it is, it was coming. They, he's saying that people have triangulated his position to Chernobyl.
Okay, so this radio signal came back online after how long? Was it not online? Does anybody know? Like decades?
86 or something.
Wow.
But it was an early warning detection system. But now it's back online in Chernobyl, which is in Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know who put it back on. The Ukrainians haven't said anything. I looked for it online. I couldn't find shit about it except for old stuff, saying that it did exist and that it's old. And, it's like, who the fuck put this back on? Because it's close to Belarus, too. Right? So there's a no-go zone there between Belarus and Ukraine. You would think that Ukraine must have put it back on, right? You would think.
I guess.
But it's Soviet, so who knows? Who the fuck knows? Either way, he was saying that this is all still hearsay. He was saying that they were back online. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And that had him worried about nuclear war or whatever.
Right. It's a odd thing to occur.
Odd thing
in such circumstances as we are now.
Yes. Than that, I couldn't find anything else about. You would have to know about it to even say about it. Now he could have just been lying and just known about it, right? And just said, whatever. But it was very specific that caught me. And I was like, how the fuck? Anyway, that was interesting. What else we got? France is sending troops in. And Russia directly said if there's NATO troops in Ukraine actively helping the Ukrainians fight against the Russian, that's war. Let's see if they Let's see if the French are actually out there. I don't know. We know that British have had what do you call it? Advisors in the country for a while. Whether they're actually picking up arms against Russia, I don't know. So that will be interesting. They're going to go to Odessa, which is on the Black Sea, right? Zelensky's put on the Russian most wanted list.
He was.
Yeah, I don't know if that means anything really. If that changes anything, I think he was probably like there in spirit already.
Oh yeah. But I feel like that has something to like say about like those reports that we talked about last week that the one guy was saying he's only got about a month and a half to 3 months, maybe 90 days the most, and he's going to be gone.
Yeah, that's Colonel. The fuck is his name? I like him, but sometimes I've noticed he's been wrong before.
Well, it's I'm just saying it lines up with what he said last week.
Another thing that came up that was weird is I'd say there is a nuclear war. You know what our policy is? It's not policy, it's law. I don't even understand how this could be law. I'm boggled since it happened. I wish I was a lawyer so I could be boggled more. I think it would just boggle my mind more. But we have a law that says in an event of the nuclear war, strike China first.
You had mentioned this a couple weeks ago or last week. Yeah. Strange.
What do you mean strike China first?
Yeah. North Korea sends something over here. Strike China. Russia sends something.
Strike China.
Weird.
I mean, I'm okay with it, but
of course you would be.
Sure, strike China. But
is that our next shirt that we haven't made?
Nothing would be finer than drop a bomb on China in the morning. Anyway, that's our policy, our law, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird, but
well, should we talk about laws, or do you want to finish talking about war?
Let's finish talking about war. What else we got on this thing? We're giving more money. We know that.
Ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, we don't know where it's going.
Slush fund for Nancy Pelosi's kids and Chuck Schumer's kids and
there's some
Biden.
There's some payback, definitely. I mean, people have said that it's a big circle. People that have.
Yeah, it goes over there and it just comes back here to defense contractors.
Yeah, exactly. Which is more military industrial machine, right? The big Western military industrial machine. Like if we beat Russia and China, there's nobody left.
We've gentrified the world.
Yeah, then it's New World Order time.
What the hell was that?
That was a song sheet. So.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, there's nobody left to resist us, and it's New World Order.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to look at you as the enemy.
Exactly. It's like, oh, what happens when there's no more enemies? Well, we gotta make some new ones.
Well, they, it's
Well,
just,
it's already happening. We see them pointing towards Americans as like, oh, we have homeland, friggin', whatever.
we have inalienable rights.
Yeah,
That's what they don't like.
they fucking hate it. They're putting teachers and parents on terror lists. That's what your Biden did. That's what your DOJ did under and
Speaking of
CIA, FBI.
They confiscated Lindsey Graham's phone.
Who did?
The FBI, I heard.
Ooh, wow, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I wonder where that goes. It's obviously politically motivated, but still.
I could give a shit
I
less
could
about
give a shit.
Lindsay.
Yeah, fuck him.
He's a fucking sellout.
Oh, yeah, he is. Big time. Isn't he married to a Russian?
I don't know.
Or a Chinese woman?
I'm pretty sure he's gay. He just doesn't show it.
Am I thinking the right guy?
Lindsey Graham?
He is kind of feminine, isn't he?
Yeah. The one that says, the best money we ever spent.
Yeah. He's a warmonger. Big time.
Yeah. He's going into the bathroom.
He wanted to nuke Iran, right? Just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. After they had a couple strikes, they hit a few things, and then they're like, let's fuck them up. Oh, my God. Yeah, we can get rid of all the warmongers.
Yeah, get rid of all the fuck people controlled by the military-industrial complex. Or by foreign fucking agents.
Mm-hmm.
Foreign money. Trying to think of anything else going on in the war. If I heard anything.
I haven't heard too much lately because I haven't really been paying attention. I've been busy.
That Droga thing fucking really struck me as odd. I'm like, what the fuck? That guy kind of got my attention to look into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why would they put that on? There's another thing that I just found out. Is that area has been patrolled again?
Chernobyl?
Yeah, since the war broke out.
So it's like Call of Duty?
Yeah. It is. The Belarusians and the Ukrainians are patrolling it.
Maybe that's why they made the games.
Maybe.
The reconnaissance for the kids that are going to be there.
Maybe. They know their way
Now
around.
that's a good conspiracy.
That's some fucking...
Let's make these games 10 years ahead of time so when the kids that are playing them grow up and they're fighting in that war zone,
they know their way around.
They know how to get around.
I mean, it's not much... What is it? Alexander Jodorowsky, right? The director in Holy Mountain, he had that?
Yeah. He had something like that?
Yeah. He said, the United States would determine it has to go to war with Peru. So we'll make dolls, war dolls that have the skin tone of Peruvians, and they'll be the enemy guy or whatever. Right?
Which movie was that?
Holy Mountain.
Is that the one I have? I don't know. Is that the one? No, that's not the one I have.
No,
I have El Topo.
Oh, okay. No, Holy Mountain is the one where they go to different planets, whatever. And on Mars, they make war toys. So one of the things is, like, one example he gives is, the United States declares it has to go to war with Peru in 10 years. Cartoons show up or whatever, and toys.
Making them the bad guys.
Making them the bad guys.
Yeah. It's I'm sure not the first instance this has happened in history.
I know somebody who said that they went through something similar in the Army, a similar psychological operation. They got hit by depleted uranium and are now dead. But they claim that they were, being trained, and they didn't even realize that they were being trained to shoot at Iraqis, right? Like, they knew it, but they didn't realize they were also psychologically being trained. So, like,
they're just told to hit these targets,
hit
not
these
those targets.
Yes. And they were checking their times, and, when they put the Iraqi targets up, or Shinskade, they had faster times. He went crazy.
Manchurian candidate.
He came into a lot of money, and he tried to buy enough bird seed to keep the birds from going south from the winter.
How come we can't come into a lot of money? I mean, I think it's going to happen soon, but I don't know why it just never happened before.
I got a feeling. Money's... Yeah, all right. So I'm in a little bit... The end is near. I can see it.
That's why maybe we'll get a little bit. We'll get a little taste before the end.
Well, at least I might have to go back to having a normal job, but I do realize that money comes a little bit easier now than it did when I was younger.
Just because
I think people just feel like I deserve it or something. They want to argue with me. I don't fucking know.
I deserve it.
I don't know.
I mean, I had a tough fucking winter. Goddamn tough. And I'm going to be still digging out of it for the next few months here, but I'm not worried about it as much as before. I'll just go fucking live on a beach as a bum because I just don't give a fuck.
Find yourself a puddle.
And put a boat in it. And then a fucking sweat lodge next to the boat.
There you go.
It's not a bad fucking plan. It's just, you got to get that chunk of money to get the piece of land first.
Yeah.
All right. So war. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good, the video games conspiracy.
Yep.
And yeah. I mean, I'm sure the Romans probably did that a few times.
India said it intends to stay neutral. For any future conflicts. I don't know what the fuck that meant, but they announced they intend to stay neutral in the coming decade because it's better for business for them.
Yeah, it's good business to, I guess, be neutral.
Be neutral.
You
Yeah.
can
Sell to both sides, whatever.
sell bullets and Band-Aids.
There you go.
Classic.
What else we got going on?
Oh, I don't know.
War wise. Anything new?
War.
They still bombing Gaza. They're bombing someplace new. This shit goes-
Rafah. They went to Rafah, and then friggin' they said they're gonna. We agreed to the ceasefire, and then it's like nobody said shit about the ceasefire. You guys just come out making press releases like, oh, we agreed, so now we have to do it.
Who?
I mean, I don't know. This is all. It's all probably propaganda.
Probably is. That's the thing.
It's fucking. Supposedly, they went to Rafah and started hammering the shit out of fucking Hamas.
Okay.
And then Hamas is saying, okay, we agreed to the ceasefire, some, top leaders or whatever. And Israel is like, that's not on the table now. It hasn't been on the table for a while. You're just claiming, hey, okay, now we'll bring it back because now we need it and we want it.
So now
I don't know if it's true or not because,
Right.
like I said, everything coming out of the news is fucking, it's all pro-Israel.
Well, yeah.
Because they own the news channels.
I can't say
that. I can say whatever I want.
Well, the new law says you can't say that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're putting that in the law. Huh?
This is the one that gets me, right? So there was a law that passed.
Are
in
we
the
switching
House.
out of war?
Yeah, we're switching.
We're switching in the laws. Here we go.
So there was a law that went through the House, which surprised me. It was an anti-Semite law, which is fine, but there's a bunch of shit on there.
That's against
freedom of religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
It goes against. So, like, one of the things you can't say is, you can't say like they run the news or
you can't say that. It's in the bill.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Don't say.
It's like basically the don't say bill. Yeah. Hollywood, shit like that.
Why can't? All right. Go
And you can't say that the Jews killed Christ.
That's in a law.
Yeah, the law.
That's stupid.
It's not worded like that, but
But if they want to use it, then that way they.
I actually didn't read the law. I'm just taking reports I heard from other people. So this is all
just talking shit.
It's all talking shit. Allegedly, the Book of Matthew would be banned, right? Because it says, it tells Pontius Pilate's point of view. Where he's like, I washed my hands of it. I let the Jewish elders decide, and they decided to kill him. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the way that we were taught always, that Pontius Pilate wanted nothing to fucking do with it, right? You guys decide.
Right.
It has nothing to do with me. I fucking want nothing to do with it. Because if I kill him, you're a fucking riot, right? You guys decide.
Right. Keep it in your community.
You keep it in your community. You decide, right? That's the way it was always taught.
And now they don't want you to say that.
Yeah. Now, the Pope Benedict did... I had this hanging on my fucking refrigerator forever. He cleared them in the death of Jesus. He cleared the Jews in the death of Jesus. 2,000 years later, whatever. They found them not guilty.
2,000 years later,
Pope
they
Benedict-
still gave a fuck.
Pope Benedict found him not guilty.
Well, that's why we're still it's so ridiculous. You got to be taking crazy pills, man. Be like, yeah, the whole Middle East could explode and end the world because of shit that's been going on for 2,000-3,000 years. Fucking just a bunch of bullshit. People hating each other, and it's like, no, we're the good guys. No, we're the good guys. I don't give a fuck who thinks they're the good guys. How about you just don't fucking kill each other?
How about you leave me the fuck out of it?
And that.
I'm fucking 6,000 miles away. What the hell do I got to do?
Yeah,
with it?
6,000 miles in 2,000 years.
Fuck. None of this shit happened in my country. Well,
I don't get it.
and we're gonna start taking refugees. Thanks, Biden.
He went through with that shit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, he don't give a fuck what the American people want.
We're gonna start taking refugees from fucking Gaza.
Perfect.
These aren't like. I don't think he even called them refugees, but anyway, these aren't like.
He called them displaced people.
No, I think he called them migrants or something.
Yeah.
But they're not migrants. They're people that want to live in Gaza who can't because they'll be killed. Right? So it's not like they're going to keep coming here like, oh, I love America. They're going to be coming here like, this fucking place helped displace me. Right? I mean, maybe they'll be happy to be alive, but there's got to be some kind of resentment in there, right? I mean, that's...
Well, to me, it's just
imagine you lived in France in 1940. You get kicked out of your house, and they say, yeah, but you can have a new place in Austria. It's fucking fine. Like you're just going to go to Austria and say, oh, it's not Germany.
Right. They were ridiculous.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, the resentment will be there.
It will be there. Right.
And then, the FBI will try and entrap them into some fucking terrorist plot.
Probably. That's something else I heard this week.
What?
All right, so I think it was on Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
There was an ex-CIA agent who was there when Che Guevara got captured, right?
Okay.
He was in Bolivia when he got captured. And he said, he's getting asked questions about the CIA. And he said that Jimmy Carter pulled all the CIA units that were in to counterterrorism in the Middle East. He pulled out all these agents that had been embedded. How we're getting human intel, right? I guess he wasn't big on human intel.
Okay.
And because of that, we lost years and years of people being on the inside, of relations on the inside that were inside of Afghanistan during the Russian war with the Mujahideen, who would have probably made their way into Al Qaeda, right?
Rambo 3. Rambo 2 or Rambo 3?
I don't know. But
they were our friends, bro.
Carter was on the mind that, they weren't really.
I am from the Mujahideen.
Yeah. They were friends then. He was of the mind that, we couldn't outdo the Soviets in human intel.
So just pull them out.
Right. And he doubled down on satellite and signal intelligence. And he thought that the Russians couldn't afford it, he was right.
Right. They were making paper airplanes.
They couldn't afford it. I mean, Reagan went with the same philosophy. They're not going to be able to keep up with us if we keep building arms. But we lost all that human intel. And he was saying, like, 9/11 would have never happened. He's like, we would have been there still.
That's stupid.
Who knows? I thought it was interesting.
I mean, that's just dumb to say if you're a fucking former CIA agent.
Yeah.
Be like, 9/11 would have never happened.
That was his opinion, yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was interesting.
Alex Jones called it out. If he was
July
in the CIA,
25th, 2001, Alex Jones
if
called
Alex
it
was
out.
in the CIA, it would never happen.
Did you watch it recently?
I haven't watched it recently.
I did. July 25th, 2001, Alex Jones on the air calls it out. He wasn't the only one that called it out.
Yeah.
What's the other guy?
General Wesley Clark?
No. Bill Cooper called it out.
Yeah.
He said he had a radio show, and he said about the same time,
Well, there's plenty of chatter saying it was going to happen. That's how, like, Alex, I think, kind of put it together. He's hearing things like, oh, there's going to be an attack, and he's, like, thinking, like, oh, what's it going to be? You know, then they had the report that was like, oh, planes could fly into buildings.
Right.
And he's just putting stuff together.
He put it together pretty fucking exact.
And what'd Bill say?
He said, whatever they're going to blame on Osama bin Laden, whatever's going to happen in the next few months, whatever they're going to blame on Osama bin Laden, don't believe it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So if you're a CIA guy and you're saying that, you're fucking still shot to me. You're a shot fucking dude.
I mean, I don't know enough of the details, so I can't say.
I just find it stupid. There was reports about flying fucking planes into buildings, and after it happened, they're like, "Who could have thought that this could have happened?"
That part is stupid. They knew that. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the guy's opinion.
Yeah, just. I mean, maybe having those human resources might have stopped it, but to me, it's like it kind of was let to happen. It kind of ignored it.
Well, that part, yeah,
it was ignored.
Right, and that's something Alex Jones said too. They might just ignore a terrorist attack.
Because it's good for business.
Yeah, I mean it benefits everybody involved.
Yeah, but what's that mean? War. Oh, fire up the fucking factory.
Here's another rabbit hole I got in that's related to. So, the people that recorded it.
9/11?
Yeah. I saw them on a talk show host, and they're like, well, why are you there? We were here to document the event. What do you mean you were there to document the event? It was in a foreign country, but...
Huh.
Yeah,
Weird.
he was saying, yeah, we were there to document the event. Then I watched this other thing where, like, I can't tell, but because you can only hear the voices. It's this couple that has recorded a few explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Just happened to be there recording when it happened, directly. So they were in China when there was an explosion.
Oh, the same couple?
Yeah.
Recording weird.
Well, we don't know if it's the same couple, but they sound very similar.
Yeah. Crisis actors.
Could be. That's another thing I saw this week.
They're everywhere now, dude.
Dude, I've lived here the guy says, I don't even know what event this was. I think it was that shooting in North Carolina. He was like, I've lived here for a year. And then another interview, I've been here 10 years. It's like, is he lying or is he just not know his lines? Like, how do you not know difference between a year and 10 years living some spit? We're kind of jumping around, but
we are jumping around. We were supposed to be on laws and the law about making anti-Semitism illegal. So it's like you can't say certain stuff. So that's kind of like against the First Amendment.
That's against the First Amendment.
So it won't hold up in a court of law if it went all the way up.
If it went all the way up. Hopefully not, right? I mean, they're pushing for a totalitarian regime, right? That's definitely what they're pushing for.
Well, it's like I said, I'm praying to whatever. I don't believe in God, but I believe in something, one or the other. They're out, something's happening, so they're all just, called names of whatever this thing is.
Well, it's not like I can really define God for you anyway.
Well, maybe someday, but
nobody can.
But I just want to get to the election without anything bad happening, and I want to be the conspiracy theorist that's wrong.
What do you mean? 3 in the morning.
I'm pretty sure they're going to do whatever they can to keep Mr. Trump out of office.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I mean.
That back to that law. So that would outlaw this Bible, right? The Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Who's selling Bibles all of a sudden? Like Trump selling Bibles? Oh, gotta outlaw that somehow. Like what the fuck?
Take him to court for selling Bibles.
Is that a coincidence or like?
From my understanding, he's not really selling them. He just endorsed them. But
whatever. He didn't write it. I don't care. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. He's selling Bibles. Suddenly, it's going to be illegal. What are the fucking odds?
I just know that freedom of speech is slowly
being
crawling down into a grave. But it's like there was a little bit of hope this past week with that Tom Brady roast Did you hear anything about that?
No, I gave
Tony
that a miss.
Hinchcliffe fucking slayed people, and it was all about being gay, trans, fucking pussies, fucking fags. So it was just fucking. He went after, and Tony.
Thanks, YouTube. It's been fun.
Tony is gay. He's gay.
Okay, so he's a gay guy.
So he could say it because he's gay.
That's stupid.
Yeah, but it was a good sign in to the sensitive Olympics people that you're fucking the event is over. You know, your sensitivity event or sensitivity Olympics you've been having the past 8 years, 6 years, whatever, 10 years, depending if you've been out west.
It's over.
It's getting near over. People have had enough.
I hope so. Because it's definitely an attack. I just saw in the NHL this week.
Canada?
Yeah. That the one team captain, right? He called the other team captain a wacko. And he got kicked out of Parliament for it. Right?
Okay.
And the whole team left the game mid-game.
They walked out.
They walked out.
Walked off the ice?
Walked off the ice. Yeah. Pierre Poilievre called Captain Trudeau a wacko.
And then
the ref was like, no, you can't. They literally have a ref. You can't.
He called Trudeau a wacko, and the whole Parliament left the ice?
Well, the ref was like, you can't say that. If you say it again, I'm going to have to kick you out. And he was like, well, I change it with extremist. I change it with radical. And he's like, no, you have to retract the statement. And they're going to kick him out. So the whole team left the ice.
Oh, for him, not Trudeau.
Right.
Bravo, Canada. Bravo.
The whole Conservative Party in Canada walked out.
I think they're having enough up there, too. The whole world's having enough. And unless you're brainwashed by MSNBC and CNN, whatever dipshit or station you got in your country, feeding you mind soup.
ABS.
BBC.
NBC.
So, all you freaking nerds that are like,
MSNBS.
oh, Trump's a bad man. It's like, it's happening all over the fucking world, you
I'm
stupid
sure he's a
mutt.
bad guy, but I mean.
No, there's leaders all over the world just like him, and there's people standing up. Those are the people in the street saying we had fucking enough. We had enough of this new world government bullshit that you're trying to force down our throat.
Well, if we win these wars against Russia and China, it's coming by a point of a gun. Yeah. Morally, I don't know if Trump's a good guy or not. I have no idea.
I don't know either, but I like his policies.
There you go. That makes sense to me. That shit makes sense. They might say it weird. Everybody knows that at this point, though.
Did you see Kellyanne on Bill Maher just slapping dudes down?
No.
It was great.
I did not. I did hear Robert De Niro warn that if Trump becomes president, he's going to use the Department of Justice to say I don't know, maybe make up 91 charges against his political adversaries in an election year. I don't know.
He might do something like that.
He might do something like that.
Yeah. But they're not made up charges. They're real.
But they literally changed the laws to push those charges.
That's not true. That's impossible. Oh, Mark Hamill.
Oh, here's another one.
That idiot.
Yeah.
Can I call you Joby-1 Kenobi? No, you can't, dickhead.
That was sad. That was cringy.
That's what happens when TDS sets in.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Because, honestly, I could give two fucks about Trump. Whatever. See,
someday,
I'd say hi to him or whatever
this
if he wanted to
TDS
say hi to me. But it's
gonna
not somebody.
end.
I wouldn't hang out with him, right? Biden's just way gone. He's gone.
No, I don't think I'd want to hang out with Donald Trump either. I wouldn't want to hang out with Obama. I wouldn't want to hang out with any of these presidents, I don't think.
Maybe go down Jeffries,
You might want to hang out with
hang out with Billy. He seems like he knows how to have a good time,
He knows how to party.
knows how to party, I think, man. Yeah.
Just keep his wife away.
Exactly.
Chop your nuts off, boy.
Bill does know how to party. That's it. Oh, shit.
I bet you Ronnie would have been fun to hang with. Ronnie and
I don't know.
What was his wife's Nancy?
Nancy. They're a Hollywood fucking royalty. I don't know.
That's that though they have his jokes he cracked over the years and shit. He was a pretty decent person.
Times
So
are
you
different.
could probably chill with him. Yeah.
Times are different. He was the head of the Stage Actors Guild.
Nice.
I wouldn't hang out with the head of the Stage Actors Guild today.
Not today.
No.
No.
I mean, but what's that shit
It was
going
different
on?
times back then. That's why I'm like, I could hang out with him. Couldn't George W. Jr.? No thanks. George Sr.? No fucking thanks.
No way. Maybe Junior, like during his drinking
During
days.
his coke days?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
He probably would've been too much for me
It's
to-
too much for me to. I despise the man too much to even think about hanging out with him. Maybe before he fucked up everything.
Now he's all mellowed out and smoking doobies, man, painting pictures. Bro, he's painting those weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, man. There they are. Some happy little mass destruction
Wow.
weapons. He's got to do that. Somebody's got to do that. We're going to paint a nice little picture of Iraq.
Oh my God!
Here's
Well,
some
that
happy,
should just be a skit for the show.
happy little weapons of mass destruction right here in Iraq.
Painting with George Bush Jr. Just a skit for the show.
That's not far off from happening.
We're gonna paint a rack right here, and over here you just put in a happy little
You know
missile.
what blew me away? He's not half bad. Like you could tell who he's betraying and his characterizations,
I don't know.
Have you seen his artwork?
I can't. No, I haven't seen any of his nothing. I don't like the guy.
I didn't say you had to like him.
It's not. It's like he's to me a war criminal. That's why.
What's that got to do with his artwork? People still look at Hitler's artwork.
War criminals are just I don't know. I guess I haven't looked at Hitler's artwork either. I haven't read Mein Kampf. Have you?
No comment. No, I was in like 8th grade. I have a really embarrassing story about Mein Kampf.
Let's hear it.
So, I was in 8th grade. Somebody recommended to me do it as a book report.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, some wise ass.
So I said, all right, whatever.
That sounds like a great
I'm
idea.
into history, sure. This book is like fucking 800 pages long, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in 8th grade trying to... No. I couldn't tell you what I read.
You're reading and reading and reading and
Not
reading,
knowing.
not comprehending
Not
a goddamn thing.
Damn thing.
So what was
Occasionally-
the report?
Well, here's the thing. So I did the report.
What'd you write in crayons? Hitler's bad.
No, I didn't write that.
What'd you write?
What? Well, whatever I could get out of it, right? I don't remember what I wrote, but here's the thing. So I got up, I went and said that I was going to do the report, and I was immediately sent to the vice principal's office. Right?
Because okay, so here's the scenario. You got up and said, I'm doing a report. She asked what you're doing your report on, or whoever your teacher was.
Yes.
And you said, I'm doing it on Mein Kampf. And they go to the principal's office.
Yes.
That's fucking awesome.
Immediately.
That's so
I
80s,
didn't get to
bro.
I didn't get to say in my report nothing.
Wait a second. I'm smelling something here.
So
I'm smelling part of your memories not working.
no, it's working. So
Who is the teacher?
Let me fucking finish. So I get called down to the vice principal's office. Now, those of you that went to Sardis High School around the same time as I did will be able to confirm that the vice principal looked like Adolf Hitler, right? He literally looked like Adolf Hitler. He could have not known that he looked like Hitler.
He had the same mustache, same hair.
Haircut. Yeah, it was
He
ridiculous.
wore beige all the time.
Yes, it was black. It was fucking ridiculous. Anyway,
What the fuck?
so I get pulled into, Mr. Ferris's office, and he was like, "So you did a report on Adolf Hitler?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I read it. It was pretty good." I'm like, "Thanks." He was like, "I'm surprised that you even attempted this." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Does this have to do anything to do with your teacher being Jewish? And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, he's Jewish. I'm like, I had no idea. That didn't even.
What's the last name?
Why does it matter?
Because you should. Sometimes you can tell because of last names.
I was in 8th grade.
Oh, right. You didn't have that. You didn't have that knowledge yet.
I didn't know that.
So whoever told you to do it got you good.
Got me good. Yeah, they did.
Oh, that's good.
But Mr. Ferris read my report, and he didn't see anything wrong with what I said.
He still has it to this day.
He probably does. But yeah, I
Still
didn't
has
know.
it in
I had to
his
go back
secret
to
drawer.
class and I'm like, I didn't know. I had no idea. I should have known. A couple years later, I would have known.
Right. Well, like you said, 8th grade, you weren't your comprehension of world events still weren't like all there.
No. And I think all I picked up.
You're just collecting. Then.
I think all I picked up at it was like he was hyper German and anti-Jewish. Right? That was about it.
Funny.
Yeah.
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 I wonder what the teacher thought when you just came back in and were like, yeah, nothing happened.
I don't know. Who knows?
It's probably like, God damn Ferris.
Fucking little Nazi. And I was like, what?
I should have known better than send him down there. It's a little mini Adolf.
I know. But I didn't have a clue what was going on. I didn't have a fucking clue.
Oh, that's a classic high school story. I like it.
I was like, huh?
A lot of fun.
I remember asking my grandfather about it because he was alive during that time.
What was his take on the situation?
Well, we're Irish.
So he didn't give a fuck.
He gave a fuck.
He gave a fuck you got in trouble. Not that nothing to do with fucking doing a report on Adolf, right?
I guess not, no. My grandfather, well, that's part of the reason why he came to America, right?
Okay.
It was to fight Nazis. But by the time he got into the service, it was over. But there was people in my family who I heard of and wasn't allowed to really know or whatever because they were involved in some other bullshit that my family didn't want me getting involved with.
Right. I got you.
In Ireland, right? Who might have been pro-Nazi, right? Well, Ireland.
Wink, wink.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were fighting the English.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And the Irish don't always get along with the English, right? Anyway.
Yeah, well, he kept you out of that life, which is good.
Right. Part of that is like, we didn't know a lot of these people back there.
You said you still got family back there.
Oh, yeah. But we didn't know a lot of them until after my grandfather died because my grandfather thought they were dead. They thought he was dead. And there was no way to check. And he died in the early 2000s. And the internet was still kind of new.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we found them is I went on to his hometown had a page. And I went on to it and said that he died, right? Everybody knew him. He died. And it took a little while, but I got a response from somebody that said, hey, my grandfather was your great uncle.
Wow.
And I was like, what?
What? You're like, what the fuck?
And he said, yeah, it was your great Uncle Patty. And I'm like, Grandpa said Uncle Patty was dead. So my grandfather thought that his brothers and sisters all died and he didn't know, right?
Right. There was just no communication.
There was no communication. Now, what actually had happened is that when he moved to America, he lived with my great Aunt Nancy, right, which was his aunt. And she lived in the city, and he was writing letters back home early on, and he did this for a while, and he never got a reply. So he just assumed that everybody died, right? Or
because that shit happens back then, or they just disappeared.
Right. And turns out when she died, we found all these years later that she had kept and hid all the letters from Ireland to him because she didn't want him going back home. She knew there was nothing for him in Ireland, and she didn't want him to get homesick. So she figured if she hid all the correspondence, he would think he would have nothing to go back. And she intended to give it to him, but she never did.
Oh.
She died before that. She left a note. She had it in a bundle,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how he knew why she did it. But yeah, it's fucking. That's so we didn't know like most of them. I still don't. My mom and aunt have met them now, and I've talked to some online, but we didn't know a lot of the families survived.
It's time to go back to the motherland.
Old motherland. I don't know. They're getting fucking crazy over there. I still love that thing. That guy. So there's some guy. I think he's in Dublin. He's holding a sign. Some woman approaches him, and she's going on about. You can't see the sign and thing. You can only see the woman approaching right in the video, and she's going. That sign is racist, and he's like, yeah. And she goes, that sign's not about me. You're not talking about people like that look like me. I'm from Wales. I'm an immigrant to this country too, and blah blah blah. And he's like, we could bring that back.
Yeah, you told me
Wasn't
about that.
long ago. I was like, oh shit, this is too much.
They're getting sick of that shit. I mean, well, Conor McGregor's gonna run for president over there, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, allegedly.
Well, he's leading the charge because that's what I do respect about Irish is they really are fighters. They don't give a fuck. I mean, you look at the French. Everybody makes fun of the French. They're fighters too. You see them out there, the yellow vests and fucking all the shit that's been going on there. It's because they don't take the government's shit. Here in America, we just eat it up like it's cereal, fucking Fruit Loops. People are like, "Oh, shit on me more."
Yeah. Some of that comes with
leaders.
national pride.
Yeah.
So France.
Well, that's what they're trying to stamp out. That's what they don't want you to. That's what is going on here in this country. They don't want the kids to like America anymore. That's how you kill something.
Right. France got a bad reputation because of the World Wars.
Mhm.
They lost the World Wars, sort of. But other than that, they're like in the top fucking 4 of countries that have been
Kick ass.
badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, they're like 3rd in nuclear weapons. So they're potentially the 3rd most lethal country on the planet. But they're on like the fucking 5th republic, right? They're I think 4th, 5th.
It's because they don't give a fuck. They're like,
revolting.
yo, let's fuck this shit up because they ain't doing what we want.
They've left NATO before. They've championed NATO before.
Mm-hmm.
They're all over the fucking place. But yeah, they are out in the streets. This is kind of new to us, right? It's only been in the last 7 years that France has decided we got to burn this place down once a fucking year.
It just happens to coincide with Macron.
Oh yeah.
New World asshole. WEF schmuck.
I had heard that they farmers had opened up the border.
Or
This is
they
a couple weeks
barricaded
ago.
it.
Wow. Polish farmers barricaded a border between Poland and Ukraine, but they were only letting essential people go. They weren't letting people in. And then the opposite way was happening is they were meeting at the borders in European countries and letting people throw through unchecked or whatever. I think to avoid some kind of tax for fertilizer or some shit.
So what's up with this?
I'm just
I'm moving on.
all right.
I don't know where we were talking about what.
Yeah,
We were talking about laws, and then we got into Europe.
Well, that was a long time ago. I'm high.
How about we talk about USA, and this Trump receives a hero's welcome at Formula One in Miami.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. I just watched a little bit of they're saying, yeah, he went there and the whole crowd was loving it. And it seems to me like everywhere he goes, he's just getting, New York City, friggin', I guess he doesn't go to San Francisco, but
I consider it a lost cause. All right.
most places he goes, there's always people stoked, especially nowadays.
Biden. Was
People are just so
complaining about
fucking fed up with the Biden administration.
it. Biden went to Scranton,
And
he was
nobody
talking about
showed
seeing
up.
these. You see Trump signs everywhere, and this little kid giving me the finger.
He said, fuck you.
You're not supposed to say that, Joe. I could say that at least like when he gets like into like these, what is the word I'm looking for? Senior moments. He's honest, right? Suddenly, to some degree.
So funny. Holding up a Trump sign. Fuck you. Give me the finger. Little kid, that's not supposed to happen like that. This isn't America I grew up in.
Yeah, he was going on about that. His Biden campaign said that he's going to, I think it was 3 minutes. They said he's going to give short speeches from now on.
Yeah, they want you to see less of him because you haven't seen
less is more.
You haven't seen they just haven't given you friggin' less enough of Biden. They're going to make it even more less.
Even more or less. That's because he can't fucking give a speech for more than 5 minutes.
And everybody thinks he shit his pants on fucking camera yesterday.
Well, all right. That might have been 2 days ago.
2 days ago, whatever. I saw the video and it looked. My favorite one was like every parent that has a toddler knows what this looks like.
Yes. He shit himself. That's what it did look like.
and some people are like, and you can tell, like, you know, he's good at it because what the little extra wide thing means that he doesn't have to clean up as much because it didn't get squished between his cheeks. It's like a good little baby.
That's all speculation.
The best part was like Jill, his wife, she just like was like, oh fuck, I'm walking away from this mess. Did you see that? She was in the background.
I saw her in the
He
background.
does like the squat and he's just standing there like boom. And she's just like, oh God, and just walks
His
away.
face got red. It was weird. Who knows?
His butt's been wiped.
I guess so.
It's gonna cure cancer.
So allegedly. So he's shorter speeches.
Shorter speeches for him.
Less of Biden is more.
3 more weeks of trial for Trump.
FBI sent the documents to his house. Now they found out.
Now that's a pretty big bombshell. I don't know if it was the actual FBI. It was the people who later said we need those documents. So what is that? The presidential documents commission or whatever. Whoever are the ones that were wanting the documents back, they're the ones that sent them to him.
Yes.
Yeah. A few months
have these.
ahead. They're like a few months before that, they're sending them to him. And they said, you have to come get these. You have to come get these now. Because we've held on to them for too long. And you must do something about it. So they were like demanding that he come and pick them up and get them out and take them to fucking wherever.
Yeah.
So he does. And then friggin' whatever happens where they're like, oh, we need those. I don't know if they said we need them back or we need particular stuff.
Right.
But you sent them to him.
They planted them.
Well, that's what people are saying. You basically planted the evidence on them.
Yeah, that's what cops do when they want to get you for something. They got a little coke on them and they want to check you out a little bit further.
Cocaine.
Is that the Jack Smith case?
The documents case, I think, is the Jack Smith case, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. See.
Fanny's looking to be under investigation now.
I don't know if she's under investigation, but I know some woman sued her with the RICO Act. That's hilarious.
Table's totally turned on her, huh?
Yeah, she's got the RICO Act.
I guess Stormy Daniels testified. I didn't see it.
Sounds like a train wreck.
I'm sure I did. I care about it as much as Monica Lewinsky, which is not at all.
I still don't understand how they're trying him for a federal crime, supposedly, in a state court. Because they're saying it has to do with the federal fucking elections violation, for him to hide that payment. The hush money payment. It's a federal elections fucking crime. But they're trying him in a state court.
No.
I'm pretty sure. They're not saying it's a New York elections fucking crime.
Maybe the New York election. Maybe the New York federal election. I don't know how the fuck that works, Brandon.
Well,
Let's
that's
be
why
on my page
that's why
here.
everybody's like, it's a fucking stupid. The thing's bogus. It's bogus. Bogus trial.
I mean, I thought it was bogus.
Witch hunt.
It definitely is a witch hunt. Like, how old is it?
I don't know. But supposedly a lot of people were like, no, we're not trying this. I mean, I've
It took
heard.
them 8 years to get it together.
It's amazing.
Comes out in election year. 91 charges suddenly appear.
Yep.
I don't know how many's left. I know he's fought his way through a bunch. I can't imagine.
The more and more this goes on, the more people. What? Go ahead.
I can't imagine having 91 charges against me.
I was gonna say that we should make that into a Jay-Z song. Like, got 91 charges, but and then I had something for the.
But a bitch ain't one.
But the bitch, I had it into something else. But I don't know. I had something really good, but I didn't write it down. Classic.
That shit's still going on. Jay-Z, P. Diddy, all the mudslinging going on in the black entertainment community.
Right. But nobody's reporting on it because
it
has to do with what it has to do with is fucking Diddy probably being a Fed.
Probably.
So you don't report on that stuff. But like I was going to say, more and more people are like, I forget what it was exactly that Al Sharpton said here on MSNBC, but they kind of freaked out on him after he said something.
Oh, yeah.
It was like he didn't mean to be pro-Trump, but he was like, it seems like they're treating him unfairly. And they're like, holy shit, you can't say that.
I love how Robert De Niro goes out and he says, well, you're really taking a risk if your career come out and talking like this.
I know, a real big risk.
Why? Because you can't get away from fucking Trump derangement syndrome. What are you talking about? Like, yeah, all right. At my age, I shouldn't be doing this. He might come say something about me today. That's very real.
What about?
So you're gonna say shit about him, but if he says shit about you, that's scary.
What about Nancy Pelosi freaking out on what's her name there? Fucking.
Oh yeah, the news reporter.
Yeah.
No.
She's like, well, you know, there was a pandemic. She's like, if you want to be a Trump apologist, then you go ahead and defend him if that's what you want to do.
Right, because you can't speak against him. You can't point out what actually happened.
She just pointed out a basic fact, and she calls her the other woman a Trump apologist.
Fucking nuts.
TDS. Someday, this TDS is gonna
Anna
end.
Kasparian picked up on that.
They're all fucking losing it.
She picked up that was unusual.
Yeah, a lot of people did. Adam Schiff got robbed. That's awesome.
She was talking about, that exact news report of Nancy Pelosi, and she was like, if you can't acknowledge reality, then she's like, I don't know. Like, she's going to go to the right eventually. I think even Chunk agreed with her.
Chunky Uger. Well, I'm ready for meme time.
Really?
Well, dude, we're 48 minutes in. I ain't going 2 hours tonight because it's a fucking Tuesday.
What else I gotta go?
Just knock that old dust off that brain.
Let's see. Let me go through my.
I mean, I just been like looking at like free energy devices and fucking some retrofits for engines and carbon, to bring emissions down.
I watched something with that actor. I forget his name. You know the one.
Terrence Howard.
Yes.
Yeah, he's been all over the internet lately.
It's beyond me, but guy sounds like a genius.
I think he's a little bit of both. Like, he's got a little bit of craziness, but some solid stuff he's talking about when it gets into the sacred geometry and frequencies and harmonics. He could be a secret genius. He very well could be, but it's you can see he's like losing his grip on reality in some of the interviews because he gets way too confused.
What's that chick's name? Christine Nguyen, whatever. Talking about putting her dog down.
I mean, supposedly they're all saying, "Oh, she's going to be Trump's VP." I look at her and I'm like, "Please God, don't let her be Trump's VP. She's fucking a train wreck." Secret of Skinwalker Ranch is back on TV.
Maxine Waters, she's found the MAGA extremists.
She's found them?
She's found them.
Where are they?
They're in the hills.
Shut the fuck
That's what
up.
she said. The MAGA extremists training in the hills. What? Who's buying this bullshit? Who thinks that there's MAGA extremists training in the hills of Hollywood? Where the fuck she's from? Come on.
Sounds like some Lone Wolf McQuaid shit to me.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, that woman's nuts.
What's that guy's name? Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
Whatever. Taylor Swift's boyfriend. That's his name.
He's sporting Trump.
No way. He flipped?
He liked the Trump thing and Trump retweeted it.
Well, okay, whatever.
NATO's prepping for war. Oh, Putin ordered a nuclear test. Well, they kicked the people out of the campuses. That happened.
That's insane. That was another thing that was going on the air when with Anderson Cooper. He had to be like, "Oh, shut up! You can't say that." He didn't say that, but that was the subtext. The one reporter was like, "I've been to war zones all over the world, and I've never seen like a police response like this." And he's like, let's go to."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because
Democrats did it, and it's bad. Yeah.
Well, no, the police are going after the people that don't like the
right.
So that's to get all the cops and make sure now the Black Lives Matter, burn whatever you want, fucking tear down the city. You fucking, what are you saying against?
Oh no, because shut that shit down.
Bring them all in, everyone.
Off the Grid of Doug and Stacey. You ever watch that show?
Never watched it.
They found an old video of Nancy Pelosi talking about 15-minute cities and reusable living or whatever.
When was this?
1992.
Holy shit. So she got the memo a long time ago.
Let's see what else.
It's probably right after she got out of her WEF training.
Daily Wire's suing Candace Owen.
Oh, God. What a shit show that is. But I'm glad because it's exposing Ben and it's exposing the Daily Wire. And to me, they were a bunch of cocksuckers. They all, sure, they're smart people and they're fucking good talkers, but.
Israel booted Al Jazeera.
Don't know who that is.
You don't know who Israel and Al Jazeera is?
Oh, Al Jazeera TV.
Yeah.
I know that.
They got kicked out of Israel.
Yeah.
Old controversial clip of RFK surfaced.
Well,
Governor Huckabee declares same-sex sports. No more.
Is that Arkansas?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Lamar released a song called Not Like Us. And on the cover is a picture of Drake's house.
Uh-huh.
And there's a bunch of pins in it for sex registry.
Really?
Yeah, that's on the cover. And in the song, he talks about Drake being a pedophile.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, he looks like one. I never liked that guy.
Oh, yeah, who knows?
Everybody was like, oh, he's a genius because he writes everything in a BlackBerry.
Condoleezza Rice
Who gives a fuck?
was on The View, and she silenced The View by claiming that racism isn't that big of a deal in the United States. The fact it's better here than anywhere else.
She brought some truth to The View. Jeez.
Well, I mean, she was a successful black woman. What the fuck could they say to her? Who's older than them?
Well, Sonny Hostin could be like, "Oh my God."
She grew up in segregated South.
Yeah, and she made it happen because opportunity.
She was given opportunities.
Mm-hmm. Salacious testimony by Stormy Daniels.
A guy ate another guy's face in Vegas. That was
what?
Yeah, he was on some drugs.
Was it like just somewhere in the shitty part of town, or was it like?
I think it was near an airport.
Did I tell you how fucked up Vegas was last time we went through?
No.
When we went to World of Con, there was just streets of homeless encampments. Like, not in the center on the strip, but just right outside town. You go and you're just like, well, not even. It was probably like, it was probably like 2-3 miles from the Bellagio.
Okay.
Right on it. As soon as you get out of the strip a couple blocks, all of a sudden there's just homeless fucking tents and bums and people doing drugs, like needles on the ground.
Yeah.
Like San Francisco, like friggin', Portland, Philly. Sure, New York's got plenty of places like that. L.A. Nasty. Democrat cities. Okay. We're wrapping it the fuck up. We're going in the meme zone.
All right.
Should have brought more notes, bub.
I guess so.
Well, it's a Tuesday night, We got, we had one watcher.
We had the one big watcher.
You're going to miss your memes.
All right, let's do it. Barney memes, 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 Barney memes.
Barney's memes, Barney's memes, Barney's meme. Oh.
Barney memes, Barney memes, Barney memes, Barney memes.
This is stupid. All right, here we go. Coronavirus. Society. Oh, my God. Epstein clearly being murdered in a max security prison while all security cameras were turned off before he could rat out the world's elite. That are also PDF files. Society. Nothing to see. It's a nice day. When rioters did this, Democrats did this. Yep. Yeah, not today.
Old St. George Floyd.
Jeez. Alone in a forest with a man. Nah. Alone in a restroom with a mentally ill cross-dressing man. Now you got my attention. I'm a good person. Your music saved me. I am a real American. Fight for the right of every man.
So ridiculous.
What a great fucking track. Yeah, Hogan. Vote Conan. Sumerian party candidate. Values you can believe in. Crush your enemies. See them driven before you. Hear the lamentation of the woman. Oh, my God. That's such a great... yeah, we might have to...
Vote Conan.
Print that out. Hear the lamentation of the woman. Morgan Freeman at age 8. The earring, dude.
He's been that age all the time.
Breaking: the most corrupt elected clerk from the biggest city in Wisconsin has been fired. Claire Woodall Vogue was a key player in stealing the 2020 election. She printed 64,000 ballots in the back conference room of City Hall, room 501, for the November 3rd, 2020 election. She had city employees and all others, CTL, fill some of those out in the 4th, 6th, and other floors of City Hall. Then kicked out observers around 10 to 10:30 p.m. on November 3rd. Then brought in a large amount of ballots at 1:15 a.m. on November 4th. All illegal, unconstitutional. Number one way, however, the liberals stole the presidential election in 2020.
There's been so many of those.
Yeah, just like
little,
but it doesn't make national news.
Right.
But it's happened everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, but whatever. I'm so sick of it. Makes perfect sense now. It's starting to make sense. Over 6 foot tall, unemployed, muscular, doesn't raise its own kids, has multiple baby mamas, extremely violent.
The old bear.
If they can't even see this, they'll never spot a fake election. I found it funny that somebody was talking about how it's okay now you can say that, but what was it? 8 months ago you can't say it on YouTube.
That's election, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. It's funny to me, like, that those two look so similar.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually seen anything to me that points out that the top one is like a super real document. I've seen that photo fly around the internet.
It's been going around for 12 years.
For years upon years, but I've never seen like anything to me that says that it's 100 legit. Right now I'm just taking the translation's word for it, like, you know, when you hear Russian people translate.
Right.
But if it's real, it's real fucked up.
It could just be a coincidence.
Oh my God, your girl with the bear, she told you not to worry. Oh, God.
It was Bear Girl weekend.
What is going on with all these bear memes? They're like, oh, the bear.
So there was a survey done, which was, you're alone in the woods. They asked women. I don't know how they knew who they were, but they found women somehow and asked them, would you rather, you're in the woods alone, would you rather come across a man or a bear? And they said a bear.
Oh, my God.
Most women said a bear. Allegedly, they were women. I don't know how they really.
How can you tell?
I don't know if a biologist.
I'm not a biologist.
You know.
I can't tell what
That's
it is.
another thing. I heard her talking about the Trump case.
And she called him a he.
Called him a he. Suddenly she knew.
She knew all about gender.
Suddenly she knew all about it.
Although I was born visible, I now identify as invisible. I am transparent. My pronouns are who, where.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God, dude.
I hope that kid thought of it himself.
Who, where. Ernie comes through with the sticky icky. You can use my bowl.
That's a fish bowl.
Wonderful. You can't just cut people out of your life like they never existed. Me. You want to bet? When your sugar daddy get you pregnant, shut the fuck up.
Born old.
I'm mad about something I never researched. Yeah, that's the kids today, eh? Artificial intelligence was asked to make a picture of Mother Teresa fighting against poverty. Oh my God, dude. Get the hell out of here. We got to do some AI pictures because I got the access to the Firefly.
You got.
If you can dream up stuff and write the things down, I'll try and make them and put them in with the memes.
All right.
Like this. Like this one's a great prompt. Can you make a picture of Mother Teresa fighting against poverty? I mean, I'm sure it would come up with something similar. All righty. Last Dollar General for 1/4 mile. Yep. A rare photo of McDonald's staff member collecting apple pie filling in the 1980s. Oh, yeah. I think I've sent that one to Jack. He loves them apple pies. What the hell won't she confirm? Not only did they eat my uncle, but they invited Dahmer over. But my dad said that was okay. Because love is love, Joey.
Love is love, Joey. Meat is meat, Joey.
My dad said love is love, Joey. No, forget about it. I asked my friend how his date last night was. He sent me this image to me. I don't get it. What do you know about atoms? Very little. Besides that.
So stupid.
That's a dad joke right there.
It is.
Discreet delivery, they said. Dildo Dave. Sex toys. Fetish stuff. Blah, blah, blah. I can't read it. That's discreet. Yep. When you realize chickens are raised better than you. What's this say down there? I can't see that.
In a stress-free environment. Raised in a stress-free environment.
Oh.
I had to remember. The fuck that meme said.
Your Honor, the defense would like to call a surprise witness. 100% fish-free. Wild-caught microplastic. Yeah. Credit card a year, they say we're getting through us.
I don't know.
A year, microplastics.
I don't want to think about it.
Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves.
Confucius.
That's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
The old one that I like to stick to is, what is it? Either whatever you want to put in there, like hating or wishing ill on another person is like holding a hot rock in your hand and hoping the other person gets burned.
Right, right.
Old Indian one, maybe. I think it's Indian.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Would you like to round up the next dollar? Would you like to give us money so we can make a charitable donation to pay down our corporate tax liability without using our own money? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what Oprah was trying to get everybody to give her money for Hawaii.
Right.
Mm-hmm. If you find yourself in a position thinking how awful the United States is, just remember there are people willing to attempt to ride on the exterior of a jet to get away from what's going on in their country. If you hate it, buy yourself a ticket and go somewhere else. Yeah, that dude, he didn't like it there, and
that's Afghanistan.
Yeah, that's the big debacle right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks for that dude.
Oh yeah, it does. Hopefully he lived.
Mom, I am beginning to think that I was right about think he was right about everything. Of course he was, honey, but he gave people mean nicknames on Twitter. So your father and I chose to vote for a complete economic and societal collapse instead. Wow. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Parking tickets are now war tactic. The state uses to attack the working class. From Oakland to Ethiopia, we will fight back.
Just thought that was interesting.
So somebody just foamed it up.
Oh yeah, spray foamed right in there.
All right.
I'd hate to see that happen here.
Corvette season is coming. Seen guy out today in his Corvette. Old bastard. I mean, shit. I'll drive a Corvette.
I would too. You gotta dress like that though.
If I have enough money, I'll dress like that. Woman stuck with $3,100 dinner bill after her blind date refused to pay for the 23 family members she brought along.
It's real, but it's funny.
Come on, man. Teenagers tired of being harassed by you stupid parents. Act now. Move out. Get a job. Pay your own bills. Do it while you still know everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do it while you still know everything. 1970, 2024. Oh, it's a crying shame. It's a crying shame, man. Look at that, how good that looks up top.
Did look good.
Oh. Mom, don't touch the scissors. 6-year-old me later that day. Yep. That's about right. That's how shit gets done.
What is that?
It's concrete stuff. You know, they just stacked the bags and then formed up around the bags and poured. Things got crazy backstage on Sesame Street. Who's the green? The green Ernie, dude.
Green Ernie.
That's bugging me out. And he's got a Burt fucking shirt.
I don't know. Cousin, maybe?
Pickleball. That's clever.
I can't even see it.
It's just a bunch of pickles at a ball.
I forget these.
Every day, thousands of innocent plants are killed by vegetables. Help end the violence.
By vegetarians.
Oh, vegetarians. Reading too fast here. Yeah. Strong, brave, powerful woman.
Strong.
Independent woman.
Independent. Gets in an ATM.
That's what's going on with this fucking younger people nowadays. We don't trust men, so we choose the bear. So you understand why I don't want a man in the bathroom with my daughter.
Yeah.
Read this again slowly and let me know when you notice it. All right, you're probably going to get me with this one. You always do. Non-binary pride flag woman's t-shirt. Non-binary pride flag men. Oh, duh.
Right there.
Is that the actual colors? Do we know of a non-binary?
I think it is. Yeah, I recognized it.
Like yak,
I think it's
puke, fucking yellow, and
South America or something.
When you get a friend request, but they have pronouns listed in the profile, you're a liability. Go away. Women out there posting how bored they are when there's a sink full of dishes. Oh, man. That's cold. After taking just one basic economics course. Oh.
That was solo.
I hate Trump. Pay attention to me. Yeah. TDS, kid. Deal with it. 2017. What's that? We're from the future. Whoa. No way. This is so cool. Huh?
He's not there in the future, Brandon. He joined the demographic with the highest suicide rates. He doesn't make it there. I explained that one too.
Oh, because he's got the colors on.
Yes.
I'm not that hip, man. I don't know the colors. That's all. Dude,
That's
that's
the
so
trans colors.
fucked up. That's a pretty fucked up joke.
I got it instantly.
Because you're genius.
Well, dig it.
You think I paid $60,000 a year at an elite university only to be lied to? Yes. Yes. Oh, God.
These fucking kids. Did you hear about this?
No.
So there was a pro-Palestine rally. I think it was in the Carolinas.
Oh, these friggin' the bros
The bros stopped them from
burning the flag.
Yeah.
So this is a tribute to the bros.
Yeah, but somebody put a thing up to throw them a party, a fundraiser.
Yeah, it was a GoFundMe.
And it got over $250,000 last I knew.
Good for those
They're
bros.
going to have a crazy party.
They look gay. I'm going to make you mine. Oh, God, yes.
She's mining.
Thumbs up. That reminds me of the joke. There's like a hooker and a guy driving up in a car. And oh, jeez. It's a fucking concrete truck joke or a concreter joke. And he's like, how much? He's like, I'll do anything for $50. He's like, all right. Mud comes at 9 or something like that. Gonna put her on the mud. Oh, jeez. Rambo, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, Mama. Oh, yeah. I don't know about the Birkenstock, but.
Sandals. Flip-flops.
Rednecks after they raid Area 51. That'll be me, too. Guess I'm a redneck, dude. I love those square bodies. I got one, actually.
You get the old Chevys.
Yeah. Will you play Chopin on a kazoo to my weasel? We'll do odd jobs. That's pretty odd job.
That's an odd one.
In 1920, 8-year-old Samuel Reshevsky played chess with several chess masters at once. He lost every single game. That's so stupid.
It is. I think it's a noteworthy event.
He lost every single game. Fucking stupid
You
kid.
expect to say he won.
Stupid kid, man. Nobody knows I'm a lesbian.
Big secret.
This man had what he thought was the best tattoo in the world until he went to prison. Oh, come on, man. Oh, so wrong. When she finds out that you still call people gay and retarded. You're so stupid, dude. Is that a nice Southern girl? Honey, can you give me some money? No, not today. I have a headache. Oh, man. It's so bad. So bad.
I found this in the wild.
Michael A. Scar. I wish the power of Christ would compel you to shut the fuck up.
Found that in the wild.
Been taunted by this man? You may be entitled to compensation.
I should taunt you a second time.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Your father smelled the very berries. Oh, the girl? We already got one. We already got one.
We should watch that soon. 21 Snapchats that will make you laugh uncontrollably. Psychic. Guess you didn't see that coming.
Yeah, those are always funny.
Probably wasn't the best advertising for the salvage yard. We sell used body parts. I aspire to this level of pettiness. Ask me how AT&T at the Auburn Outlet Mall stole $685 from me. Yeah, that's pretty petty.
I like it, though. Fuck the Auburn Mall.
The Tamya Oasis in Saudi Arabia, called Al Nasla, it is perfectly split in half and has odd symbols portrayed on its surface. The rock, split in half with laser-like precision, has managed to remain standing for hundreds of years and are somehow perfectly balanced.
Pretty wild.
Yep, that's wild. These surfaces are cut and polished so clean that they reflect as a mirror. And yes, it's granite, one of the hardest materials out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wild.
Those savages did it 4,000 years ago.
Yep.
It got worse, too, as the dynasties went along. Like the oldest dynasty is the one that had all the good fucking sharp
Really?
shit. And then as you keep going down the line, it gets worse and worse and worse, like they forgot something.
Decline.
Or maybe they didn't make it. He's having the popcorn and yeah.
In court.
Me, when I'm asked to kneel and apologize for being white. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's funny. That's fucked up, but it's funny.
So stupid.
Some kid actually did this.
Oh.
Somebody sat there and thought about this. How can I make a...
Wow. Here's my apology for being white.
This was on the page I was on, apparently.
That's some hick shit right there.
There it is.
That should be on that truck. I don't always fart in Burger King, but when I do, it's a Whopper. Come on, man. That's another dad joke. Mice. 10-pound bag, $1. Fucking cat going nuts.
Take my money.
Mom, the dog's digging in the yard again. This is a little, what the fuck are those called? Whatever. This is me in my room as a teenager, according to my mother.
Room's a pigsty.
Yep. Roses. The pH of the soil is too high. I'm going to die. Dandelions. Fuck yeah, concrete. Of course there is no Masonic conspiracy. Don't be so paranoid. What was that, the Grammys?
I don't know.
Wife, where are all the coffee filters? Me. Dude, come on, man. Yeah, it's kind of, hit and miss this week. There are two types of people in this world. Avoid them both. Until next time, friends. That one's all right. He-Man's always good. 115. Now that's what I call music. No way, dude.
I can't even see it.
Now that's what I call music 115, and it's that dude trying to put a gun in his mouth. I'm driving around turning TVs off. That'd be fun if you could do that. Masturbation playing with yourself. Optimus playing with Optimus. Her. I like guys who think about the future. Him. I drank pineapple juice before this date. Her. What? Him. What? Godzilla. Just one like, and I'll destroy Tokyo at 3 a.m. for literally no reason. Say no more.
The first time I saw that one it was dog. But it said, one more like, and I'll shit in the house for literally no reason. And it killed me for days.
People just trying to get them likes. Don't hold back. Pinata. About to get bashed up. We choose the bear. We take the bear. Bear, bear, bear. Me just trying to enjoy social media. I didn't see any of that. I guess I wasn't on there. Or maybe I'm just shadow banned of so much hell I don't even see anybody's current shit. Gas prices, hot rod season. Tanya. Bear, 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 bear.
It's all over the internet this week.
Your boobs won't impress me. Change my mind.
I love this one. I'm saving this one. one's staying.
You want me to make you a little banner like that you can take into town?
Yeah.
You can sit around just like old Steven himself.
Your boobs don't impress me. Change my mind.
Change my mind. And we're back.
No, that's just a double by accident.
When you end up shaving your whole beep for 7 pumps and some Taco Bell. So upset. Feels like just yesterday I was being called a conspiracy theorist by Fruit Loops like this. I'm never pulling Grandpa's finger again. That's just wrong. So exactly when do we start dressing like this?
Seriously.
Just walk away. Just walk away.
Seriously, when do we start dressing like that?
We can tomorrow. I'm
ready.
down.
Ready.
You ready?
fucking
I was thought about this like a couple weeks ago.
Mad
I'm like,
Max season.
just fucking start dressing however you want anymore because the world's so fucking nuts. Nobody cares. Just start walking around like Conan fucking gear.
Full plate armor everywhere.
Nobody cares. When you're so woke, you only want minorities removed because you can't stand to look at them. Oh my god, dude. This reminds me of the fucking what's his name? Ryan fucking
Mr. Clean?
No, it's that kid that's really funny that does comedy. But he's like woke and racist. They're like when woke and racists get along and they talk about everything and it what the hell is his name? I'm going to try and remember to show you after the show. It's one of the funniest skits in the past, like, 2-3 years.
Well, that's like...
But it's, yeah, they're like the same thing. Woke people and racists. They're like, your identity has everything to do with your skin.
Right.
It's like...
That's like the Nazi that shows up the dog breeders convention. And they're like, what are you doing here? He's like, well, you guys are into a master race, right? And so I'm like,
right. You want purebreds? Mm-hmm. I'm down. I love the Land O'Lakes one. They're like, yep, just like the real thing. You took the Indian off the land and kept the land.
Nice move, Land O'Lakes.
My family is very religious. I'm a devout Catholic, and my son is a crystal Methodist. Methodist. Oh, come on, man. Tinkerbell and her cousin Taco Bell. Looks like Amy Schumer. No way I'm losing this guy again in the sequel.
Shooter.
Oh, it's Shooter McGavin. Mm-hmm. He's going to kill me. Breaking. Diddy's son is hiding from his dad after this leak. We stand with you. Thanks.
I think it's the meme.
The meme?
The one in the middle.
It's just the...
Frog.
Right, it's Palestine eating the friggin' gays.
Yeah. Just like Che Guerrero would do.
When liberal college students start yelling, fuck Joe Biden. That's great.
Did you see that thing where there was a Palestine and there was a pro-Palestine rally and a pro-Israel rally, and they stopped yelling at each other to scream fuck Joe Biden.
Wow. 2016, nothing. 17, nothing. 18, nothing. 19, nothing. 2020, protests. 2021, nothing. 2022, nothing. 23, nothing. 24, protests. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? Welcome to the world, my boy. I'm not a boy. I identify as this one's damaged. I think we had one similar to that last week. Plot twist, Waldo finds himself. We might be into some last weeks.
I don't know.
Stop giving me your toughest battles. Just use the men's room, Richard. Shut the fuck up. Having dinner after a hard day of crying about the mean orange man. Yeah. More or less. This is Karen. She has a healing power of women. Since she moved into the neighborhood, no women have a headache anymore. Wow. Healing power on women. When I take a look at my block list. Clown, 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 clown. Like a box of chocolates, my ass. Life is like a box. Man, that one's bad. New gender says you can identify as seasons. I've seen this. Tis the gender season. Now you can identify as a season now. Or you can. You might as well start talking like that. I can't believe that. I just can't believe it. Meme of the day. Europeans when someone smiles instead of skilometers.
Skilometers.
Skilometers?
Yeah. You smile instead of skilometers. I thought it was funny.
It blows my mind that there's 3.8 billion women on this earth and it's still not clean. Come on, man. This guy's standing there looking out over the ocean.
Pondering life.
Deep thoughts. Oh, my God. Finally, pure retardium. We're getting there, man.
We found it.
Retardium. I love that. I love it.
Discovery. I found that in the wild, too, in the comment section.
That one is great. So good. The fuck is this?
Bringing the parties together, Brandon.
Bring the parties together.
Yeah.
Oh, God. America's funniest home videos. Oh, God. I just finished the deck to my new pool. What do y'all think? I got a pool. You want to come over? We should try that on somebody.
I had a party once.
Barbara, what do you want? Me. I want my dogs to pay more attention to me. I know, just the thing. An old tennis ball head. I ate 4 cans of alphabet soup and just had the largest vowel movement ever. Beaker. You never listen to me. You only hear what you want to hear. Sure, I'll have a beer. Sure, I'll have a beer. Oh, man. And we are done.
That was the last one, huh?
Well, you ended on a good one. You brought it home good.
All right, thank you.
Barney's memes.
Oh, I took the cans off already.
Oh, you're out. You're done.
We're done. Yeah, we're done.
He's like, yeah, we're done. Done. Okay, everybody. Hope you had a fun weekend, even though now it's Tuesday. We're almost halfway to hump day. Tomorrow's hump day. Y'all probably watch this hump day. Anyhow, we love you.
Sort of. I mean, you're all right.
Come on back now, you hear? We'll see you sometime soon. Remember, wherever you go, there you are.